Oh hum, ho hum. Okay, so I have my phone here. Welcome everybody. We are just going live here. We are going to log in. We're going to make sure that we can get all your questions. So I'm going to have my phone ready because that's the only way I can tell what's coming in really all the time. And I'm going to try to do my best with my two guests today, which I will introduce shortly, to get all your questions answered so that anything you guys might want to know or any questions you might have about the new collection, we can talk about. Because today is the new Gabor 2021 Spring Collection that we are so excited to share with you and to launch. And so, you know, we're just like, this is like thrilling because anytime we have a launch, it's always something cool because it's their new styles, it's a new presentation. And you know, what the heck, that's always wonderful. And today is also a very special day because we have a wonderful guest with us who I'm going to introduce very shortly. But first, because I don't know about you guys, I have had a day and a half. I kept walking around all day today saying, what do I have to do today? Oh, it's a Facebook Live. So I am ready for a cocktail. It is a happy hour. So in my typical happy hour form, I am going to shake up my little martini. Kyle, what are you having tonight?
Cheers, everybody. So good to see you all. I'm just going to be on a nice glass of white wine. So cheers, everyone.
Right. Cheers, cheers. And cheers. Andrea, what do you got there? You got some water, huh? Because it's a little early where you are, right?
Yeah, we're a little early. It's 3 o'clock here.
Well, I'm 11 o'clock in the night, so I'm allowed to have mine.
You are. Technically, yeah, this is after hours, so I'm good too. So, kids, yes. Everyone watching, cheers. Welcome to the Facebook Live.
Welcome.
And for those of you who are joining, let me please introduce, you see that gentleman somewhere in your screen. That is Mr. Kyle. And Kyle is one of the designers over at HairUWear along with myself. And he is coming in today all the way from the UK. Hello, Kyle.
Hello there. How is everybody? So good to see you. I'm so excited to see Andrea. It's lovely to see you, Fran. Big hello to everybody watching. And yeah, what a gorgeous spring day. And I'm so excited for this spring collection.
Finally. And for those of you who don't know this beautiful woman in the screen, her name is Andrea Carlson. And Andrea Carlson is the top dog over at WigStudio1. And she joins us from, wait a minute, you are joining us from Washington today.
That's right.
Well, hi, Andrea, and welcome to our Facebook Live.
Hi, guys. Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. It is so wonderful to have you. WigStudio1 is a very important part of a lot of people's lives because it is a place and a forum where people can meet and join and talk about their experience with various wigs and hair loss and all of that stuff that is so important to people, especially for someone who is new to wigs, someone who is first starting out with their journey with wigs and or maybe hair loss or anything like that. So Andrea, cheers to you and cheers to everything that you do to help people who are going through that. It's very important.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We really enjoy what we do. Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers, absolutely. Andrea. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've only ever seen you online. You have an amazing online presence. I know you do an amazing job. So I was so looking forward to having a catch up with you in this hour.
Yeah,
me too. It's nice to meet you. And I've been looking forward to this all week. So I really appreciate the opportunity.
Me
cool.
too.
Me too. So lots to do today. First of all, anyone who's writing in, any questions you may have, just know that you're going to be entered to win any of the wigs we're showing today in your color. So you will be entered to win just by answering questions, any one of the new 2021 Gabor Spring wigs. So, hey, that's pretty good. Excited about that.
Yeah.
So, and we have Andrea who's going to be modeling them as well. So Andrea, I just wanted to just start out a little bit, talking a little bit about, what you do and how you do it. You kind of have had your own experience that kind of pushed you into this area of wigs, because how do people come into wigs? How do they learn about wigs? What gets them motivated to get into the wig industry and to talk to wig wearers? Yours is a very exceptional story. I mean, you tell us a little bit about how you started and what your experience was.
Yeah, so I actually was born with a condition called trichotillomania, and it's actually quite a bit more common than you would realize. There's about 5 to 10 million people in the US alone that have this condition, and it's genetic. I grew up with, initially it started with my brows and my lashes, and then as I was in my mid-20s, it progressed to my scalp. It is a hair pulling condition, and I had never even thought about wigs or anything. I always was just constantly trying to cure it and grow my hair back in. And I had an event that I wanted to, where I had a bald spot on the top of my head, and I needed to find some coverage. And I can't remember how, but I was introduced to toppers, and I bought my first topper, and it was really, really easy. It was almost as if all of that, normally when you pull your hair, you're looking at least a 6-month regrowth period, sometimes longer, even just to show that that's coverage. And as you get older, for some people, as you pull those out, they don't come back in the same color or feeling, you know, they have a different texture. And so with this topper, I was able to put this on instantly. I didn't have to wait the 6 months or 9 months for my hair to grow back in. And it just gave me instant confidence. Of course, I played with it a little bit, but it was a great color match to my hair. It wasn't terribly expensive, and it gave me the ability to go to this event without concern. And I was really, really excited. The event was actually an interview for a position, and I didn't get the job, but the excitement that I experienced from having this resolve to my hair loss so quickly and not having to wait gave me the idea to start a business helping other people with the same issue and sharing with them. So the internet gave me the opportunity, you know, to share my story with a lot of people and connect with a lot of people that also have had the same condition and have been too afraid to come out and talk about it.
Yeah, because it is a very daunting thing, because it's something that, you know, you keep personal. You don't really want to discuss it with too many people. You don't want to call attention to it. And so I think a lot of times you struggle with it for a long time on your own until you finally, there's some kind of impetus or some kind of catalyst that finally says, you know, you hear it and you say, I got to do something. And like in your case, it was an event to go to, a job interview. You wanted to look nice, you wanted to look polished, and you know, you wanted to look your best. And how interesting that, you know, while you didn't get the job, as you say, it kind of moved you into a different phase of your life, and it kind of brought you into a new understanding and a new way of being that kind of prompted you to do something not only for yourself but for other people. And I think that is what is so wonderful about what all of us do. Anyone who, you know, our shops out there, our wig shops, we deal with customers every day, and our people who are consulting with people or dealing with people who are going through this very strange time in their life where they don't know where to go or who to turn to. It makes me so proud to be able to be a part of this industry and to work with people like yourself and like Kyle and everyone out who's watching today. Yeah. So
it's fantastic. I love the story, Andrea, and it's funny, like I say, you didn't get the job, but of course you ended up with the most perfect job, what you're doing now. And I think it makes such a difference, Andrea, because people, it's the worst thing in the world if somebody's going to lose their hair. People don't understand it. And it's getting that trust. And I think because you went through it yourself, it's the best thing to pass on that knowledge to somebody else. You know, you're not just selling something like clothes or makeup. You know, you've actually gone through it. And I think it makes such a difference. And you can see that with your business. So it's a fabulous story.
Right. You know, I've thought about it so often too, because my experience with clients, a lot of it was working in the hair salon. And you have women who are thinning, women with alopecia, or men for that matter, or trichotillomania, or any kind of, you know, reasons why people are losing their hair. And I've always tried to understand, why is it so devastating? Why does it take the wind out of us? And the thing that I can only surmise is that it grows from us. Our hair grows from us. It is a part of us. It is connected to us. It is a part of our identity. And I think once we lose that, we feel we're losing a part of ourselves. And I think for me, that was the takeaway. And so helping anyone gain back the part of themselves that perhaps they feel they're losing is is the greatest thing we can do, is one of the joys about what we're about, what we do. So, you know, to everybody watching today, I know we all say this all the time, oh, these got this wig, we got this, but thank you for the hard part, which is going through it every day and being strong and making it through. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, no, I agree. Finding self-acceptance through this journey it's been life-changing for me. And I feel it's really when people who accept their hair loss and get to a place of comfort with alternative hair, the world opens up to them, and they've just been kind of held hostage for a long time, and, you know, because they haven't had that acceptance of themselves. And when you start to accept who you are and all flaws and everything opens up, and people accept that too. They accept everything about you.
Amen,
it's amazing, sister. Yeah, I saw
I'm gonna
that.
drink to that.
Yeah, we're going to drink to that. And that's how I saw you, you know, for all the years of me being a stylist, Andrea, you know, through your work on social media and stuff. And I think, you know, that really comes across, because as I say, that first step to wearing alternative hair is something you dread, but once you do it and you find the right stylist or the right product, there's no looking back. So fantastic. Yeah.
And you know, Kyle, to your point, very good point, because like you said, that first time, and Andrea, you've been there, we've all been there, or we've known someone who's been there, you know, you're doing something unique for the first time. You're putting on a wig. You've never thought you were going to wear a wig or a top of head or anything like that. You're doing it for the first time, and it feels totally foreign. You feel like everyone's staring at you. It's no different than when you felt everyone was staring at you because of your hair loss. It's that same kind of feeling until you settle into it. And so, just out of curiosity, when was it that you got to the point where I'm wearing this for necessity, but now I'm going to experiment a little bit and I'm going to have a little fun with this and I'm going to embrace this? How long did that take you to get to that point? I'm just curious.
Well, I was not open about my hair loss until I made a choice to start my own business. I knew at that time that if I was going to help other people get to the place where I was comfortable, you know, where I was feeling more comfortable in my own skin, that I had to push my own boundaries and find my own self-acceptance. And that didn't happen overnight. I would say I probably started to feel more accepted, honestly, because I have so many people, I'm surrounded by so many people who also have hair loss, and they're so uplifting and encouraging all the time. So I would say, you know, I started my business about 8 years ago. Probably within the last 3 years, I've really started to feel like I can experiment, I can really help other people, and I can provide them hopefully some encouragement. But I feel that way because I've also received that in. So it's kind of it's a community effort almost. And it does take time. It doesn't happen overnight, but you know, now it doesn't bother me to go out without a wig on, to discuss my hair loss, you know, with anyone, because every time you have that conversation, you feel stronger about it, and you know that most times you're helping someone because either they're silently struggling or they know of someone who is silently struggling with the same thing. Hair loss is very prevalent. So it took me time, but I was very fortunate to be surrounded by a group of amazing ladies who lifted me as well and helped me find my own self-acceptance. So
yeah, I mean, and in helping yourself, you are now able to help others. I mean, it's like what they say with the airlines, right? When that air mask drops down, put yours on first and then help the person next to you. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Listen, we have so many friends joining us today. I don't even know how to say hello to everybody because they're all coming in so quickly. But I did want to say Sherry Schaefer. Hi, Sherry. She writes in and she says, and I think this is a wonderful statement. Sherry says, it's a wig in the box. It's your hair on your head. And I could not agree more. It's exactly true. Once it's on you, it becomes a part of you and it's you. So thank you for that, Sherry. I really appreciate that, because I'm going to have to remember that.
Yeah, we're going to use that one, Sherry. It's great.
Yes. So Lena Moon is watching. Carol Cotrain is watching. Cynthia Charles watching. Michaela, hello. Marlene, hello. Oh my gosh. Barbara, so many people. Thank you all. And of course, Michael Napolitano is watching as well. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Michael. Yeah, and I just want to say hello to Michael. Hello to everybody. Big hello. We've got Sweden watching. We've got London watching. We've got Spain watching. So thanks everybody for tuning in. We're excited
Absolutely.
about this launch.
Yes, yes, you guys. Spring Gabor 2021. The big catalog is available. It has dropped. And then we have our new spring collection catalog available. That is available as well. And I just wanted to tell you all, because I am probably considered a technological idiot, I want to share with you my latest discovery, and that is Flip Snack. On your iPads, on your computers, on your cell phones, go to flipsnack.com/HairUWear. And you guys, all these catalogs are available to you digitally. Hello, hello. I know, I act like this is the greatest discovery since sliced bread, but for me, it is.
I know.
I heard about it. I thought it was folklore. I didn't really know what it was, but it's here now. And so it's available to all of you as well. So if you're an account, you probably have gotten your catalog. If you are not an account, you can go on to FlipSnack and look for HairUWear, and then our catalogs will be available to you. So anything you want to know, all that information is out there. So very exciting. So, shall we look at our collection?
Yes,
right.
please. I'm so excited about it. It's funny because I was speaking to our team. It's really turned spring here, so we're having a bit of a heat wave in the UK. This crazy weather. It's gone from freezing to a heat wave. So we're all in this spring mood. So it's fantastic.
It'll change. It'll change.
Yeah, it will.
All right. So a little toast before the presentation. To everyone watching, we introduce you to the new Gabor 2021 Spring Collection.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, 3 beautiful new styles, 3 completely different styles. I love them all, of course. And
yes.
Yeah, we had a lot of people waiting for this. So
I know.
Yes,
all right. So let me bring her out. You know, she's here. She's with me all the time. Here she is. She's my girl. I need a name for her. Everybody, send me your names for my little mannequin. I don't know what to call her, but I need a name for it. It has to stick. Anyway, as you can see, she's experiencing hair loss. So we're going to show our first style. This is the shortest style of the spring collection, and it happens to be called serving style. So I'm going to get that. I've just taken these out of the box, my friends. So here they are in all their glory. As you know, I always like to mist the wigs before we start. There's serving style up on the screen. You can see that. That is our shortest one in the collection. And I'm just gonna mist mine with a little bit of Restore spray. And I'm gonna place her on my mannequin. And I believe Miss Andrea is going to be changing into it in just a moment. So I'm just gonna get her worked up a little bit. This is a cute little short style. We looked at our Gabor collection and we kind of said, hey, what can we do to kind of like update it and bring some silhouettes and some styles that we probably, you know, could fill a void with. And so serving style was born out of the need for a shorter style with a little bit of wave. You know, wave is so popular right now, and it's sometimes very hard to get a wave into a shorter hairstyle if you have your own hair or you try to work with your own hair. So a little bit of wave and a little bit of texture. I'm not going to say this has like a ton of curl. That's not the idea. It just has some wave and some movement, which makes it very pliable and allows you to place it wherever you want and get a little bit of soft styling on it. Now, keep in mind that all the wigs that we're showing you today from the Gabor collection are made of FlexLight. FlexLight is not heat stylable. So you don't want to use any heat on these. This fiber is not meant for that. So a little FYI for all of you out there wondering if you can heat style. So, oh, look, there we are. Andrea's back. Very nice. Andrea, that's a cute little spring look for you, nice and short and textured.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're seeing the warmer weather here too, and the shorter styles really allow me to have the breeze on my neck, and they're just light and easy, especially in the warmer months.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Andrea, I mean, you guys, Andrea doesn't have a full-length mirror in front of her. She doesn't have a mirror in the back. She has just put this on basically by feel, right, Andrea, and just kind of styled it with your fingers a little bit. So imagine what you could do with a mirror and hairspray and product and all that kind of stuff. So Kyle, which color do you have there? I'm kind of curious.
Right, well, I've got the GL 5660, which is the sugared silver. It's one of the best selling GL colors in the Gabor range. Andrea will back me up on this. I think, you know, grays, short wigs in grays are a fantastic wig for your salon. We all know, guys, that short wigs are a no-brainer. They're going to sell because most people cut their hair short when they get to a certain age. What I love about this one, Frank, what we've done is, you're right, it's not quite a curl, but it's got plenty of lovely body, and you can create a lot of texture with this as well. And
exactly.
I love the way it's cut into the nape of the neck, and I love the volume you can create here at the crown and the back. It's fantastic.
Yes. And you can see Andrea leaning in. Andrea, you are showing us that lace front. I'm going to show the construction in just a minute, but look at that lace front, how nice. You can wear it off the face if you want. I mean, I can even show you on my mannequin a little bit. You know, you can wear it away from your face, or you can wear it down with a little pieciness. Andrea, which color are you wearing today? I know you got one of the reds on.
I do. I have the GL829SS, which is the shaded hazelnut.
Lovely.
Excellent, excellent. And I am showing the serving style in the SS Sugared Nickel, which I love because it's a gray tone, but we actually did a root in there. And I think that is so cool. It's edgy. I mean, your hair wouldn't normally grow this way, right? You don't normally get a dark root and silver ends, but this gives so much dimension to a gray color that it's almost like a little trick of the eye, because you don't really know what you're looking at. People see depth and dimension, but yet they see gray hair. So if you're someone who is on the fence between you know, going gray and maybe keeping your dark hair, this is a nice little bridge for that.
Yeah, great color, Frank. I love that color. It is so on trend. I mean, I know the rest of the world is all on the same page, but that color is so on trend at the moment. I love it. Totally.
And so is yours. I mean, so here you go, guys. Here's the construction of serving style. You have a lace front, right? And then we have the rest of the cap fully wefted. So this makes it a great price point. It's a wonderful wig, wonderful style without having like all the hand tight area. You don't need it because this is all about spiky texture and movement. So we just need a little bit of lift at the base. I'm not going to say this has permatease per se, but it does have some texture right at the base of the weft. You're not going to get that thick permatease that you might otherwise expect. It's just enough to give it some lift and some movement. So that is serving style. Andrea, I
think a little bit of lace front is fabulous in a short cut. Do you think, Andrea? Because not a lot of short wigs have the lace, because a lot of women don't think that they need it. But like what you're doing there, it's so great to wear it off the face to give it a bit more of a modern twist.
Yeah, you can spice this up with a little bit of product, and you're going to have a really natural hairline. It'll be up off your face, and you can be kind of spunky and with this, or you can wear it a little bit more subdued, you know, by making it a little more sleek.
Yeah, great.
And that, you know, then also the nice thing about it is you have this nape, which isn't very long, so you don't have to worry necessarily about trimming this. This should fall at a pretty decent place for most people. And then it's just nice and fringy and tailored, which I think works well. Andrea, I think you got to pull it down a little bit, but I think you got it. I know, poor thing can't see. We're directing her. There you go. Yes, indeed. So yeah, I think it's a great wig for a client who wants a shortcut, is not really good with styling their hair, but also wants to look stylish and sophisticated. Now, Maria asks, can you use rollers on these short wigs? Maria, you can, but you're going to have to find a pretty small roller on this one, because I mean, the hair really is probably about 2.5 inches on the top, and it's textured, it's tapered to give it that movement. So it might be hard to take a roller to it. But any of these, you can put a roller in them, and you can steam them. You can use steam on flex light fiber and then let it cool. But I do not recommend at all using any type of hot tool or even a blow dryer on them. So just want to let you know. So to answer your question, Diana, are they heat friendly? They're steam friendly. They are not heat friendly or iron tool friendly. So that is one of the nice things though about it for a lot of people is, you know, they just want the style. If you just want the style and you're not going to be manipulating it too much and you're not going to want to curl it and twirl it, then Flexlight is a great fiber for you. And with the exception of our Gabor Essentials collection, everything in the Gabor line is a Flexlight fiber. So keep that in mind as well.
Andrea, you know, you with your business, obviously, short wigs are a big seller for you, yes?
Yeah, the shorter wigs are a little bit more, they're easier to kind of put on and go. It really is. I mean, somebody can get ready in 2 minutes, you know, 3 minutes before leaving their house. So if they're, you know, especially if that's a style that they're used to, the short wigs are definitely very airy and light and easy to wear all day.
Yeah, fantastic.
And just to mention, I mean, this is, sorry, Kyle, but just to mention, this is a ventilated cap in the sense that there is no solid area to where the wefts are bound. Everything is open. So air will flow through here. And you have the nice velvet ear tabs, so that's soft along the ears. And then you also have the velvet extended nape on there too. So it's very comfortable. It stretches to accommodate, as we know. And then you also have adjustable nape tabs. So if you need to open it up a little bit to stretch it out more, you can. So kind of just a nice, cute, easy to wear, and I think also probably a pretty long lasting wig.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
And I think it's going to do any new, I know I've got a few new wig businesses looking in today. You know, I think another great one for your salon. It's a lovely transitional wig to if your client has been wearing a fully wefted wig for a long time, it's nice to move them on to something with a bit of a feature. And that's why I love just that little bit of lace front can really transform this, because you can get more looks out of it than your classic shortcuts.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you guys, Jessica wants to know, what is the length of the nape? And Jessica, the length of the nape is 1 3/4 inches. So my mannequin head's a little small, so I have to move her down, but it's 1 3/4 inches from the back. So you know about that. Lee wants to know, when will the spring styles start shipping? Well, guess what, Lee? They are available. They are in stock now. So you are good to go.
We're ready to go.
Yeah, we got them, and now you can get them. So,
yeah.
so that's good. So Louise asks, you know, she missed the beginning of the show, and she said, how often would you wash the wig? I always think it's personal preference. I tend to use a lot of product on mine, especially if I'm doing it for a regular shoot or a regular person. I shampoo mine quite often. Andrea, what do you normally find people are shampooing their wigs at with a normal use of product and everyday wear?
Well, it does vary depending on, you know, there's a couple factors. If you're using product in it, or if you're wearing a wig cap underneath. If you're not using product in it and you're protecting the cap using a wig cap underneath it, you know, you could probably get away with 10 to 12 wears before washing, maybe a little bit more. If you're using product and you don't wear a wig cap underneath, again, it's personal preference. But if you tend to have more of an oily scalp, or you just prefer to make sure there's no product in it and you want to reapply, then you'll wash it more frequently than that.
Yeah. Kyle, how often do you wash your wigs?
Oh.
The ones you wear personally.
Well, it's funny, you know, all these years of working with wigs, it's always that question, and Andrea will relate, you know, and you can't, it's like, how long is a piece of string? You can't tell anybody, you know, when. You will know when it needs washing. But when we do the televisions, Frank, it's exactly what Andrea just said.
Right.
I think if you can wear the wig cap, it does stop your own grease going onto the wig. And I always find the least you can wash your wigs, the better, you know, because obviously you're going to give them a bit more life. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, everybody knows when their wigs need to be washed. It's just like clothes, you know? Yeah,
you have a sense of it. That's why I hate to ever answer that, because everyone's different. Some people perspire more, some people don't. Some people have a drier scalp. Some people have more oily scalp, like mine, which I have to shampoo every day. But Wendy wanted to know, what did we use on the mannequin to style it? Wendy, I just used a little bit of Restore spray through HairUWear, and that's just what I used to kind of remist it and revive it. It also works as a little bit of a detangler, and that's all you need sometimes, really. If you give it a good shake, Kyle's got it too. If you give it a good shake, yes, it should work. Now,
I love, I mean, listen, our wet line is fantastic. You mean, it's absolutely amazing, but I love the shape spray. Can you see me? I love the shape spray to give it some texture. It's great. It brushes out. It's not too gunky. It's fabulous. It's all designed for fiber. But I also love the curl spray because sometimes my clients want that little bit of, they don't want to curl, but they want to bring a bit of body back into it. So especially any new businesses or any wig wearers in America, you got to go for the wet line. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys, Ree writes in, hi Ree, good to have you with us today. She says, do any of us use wig grippers or do you recommend wig grippers? I myself don't ever find a need for them, but I do know that a lot of people do like them. Andrea, I'll have you answer that because you're out there doing it.
Yeah, we have a lot of customers that prefer wig grips. You know, everyone's head shape is just slightly different. You have different measurements, even if the circumference is the same. Each style is going to fit a different person slightly differently. So we have a lot of clients that, you know, tend to have a little bit more of a flatter back, so they will use the wig grip. There's also adhesive, you know, that you can use on the lace. Other ways to secure your wig that might be a little bit more comfortable. I personally don't wear a wig grip most of the time. And when I do, I did have this question earlier today was, you know, how do you keep that wig grip underneath from showing through at the part? And there are some out there that have lace or monofilament area at the top that give you a little bit more flexibility so it looks natural even when it's on. But they do work. They do work well, not for everybody, but the feedback I've gotten is that they work.
They're relatively new to me because I'm showing my age now. I mean, I've never used one because, you know, I started 100 years ago putting wigs on, so we didn't have them. But I get mixed reviews of them, like exactly what Andrea said. I think especially if your client has no hair, there's a lot of paranoia, you know, about seeing through wefts and things. And I think a lot of ladies have said to me they're paranoid about seeing maybe the bit of plastic coming through if you're wearing a fully hand-tied wig, for example. But some people love them. It's the same with the washing, isn't it, guys? It's down to preference again.
I tell you this, I have found this, that if I have someone who, you know, someone asked about the style, will this fit a petite head? If you tend to be on the more petite side and you need to fill in the wig a little bit, I think sometimes the wig grips help because they do add a little extra filler around the width of the head. So if you err on the side of a little more petite, a wig grip might help you keep an average size wig on. That's my personal experience with that. So Sandy wants to know, will the products that we showed, the hairdo products like the curl spray and the restore, will that work on heat friendly fiber or heat styleable fiber? And absolutely, they are made for all types of synthetic fiber, Sandy. So just so you know that.
Yeah, and I think I've even used this. I use this on my own hair. I've used it on all my hairdo human hair pieces as well. It's a great product because it's very mild. So yeah, most
Good Lord.
definitely.
People, what hasn't he used on his hair? Okay, all right.
Yes, yeah.
Me too. Right, Kyle? Yeah. All right, guys. So this is Serving Style. Check her out. And our next style that we're introducing for spring 2021 is the cameo cut. So let's get cameo cut. Away with Serving Style, and our next one, cameo cut. So cameo cut, I just took out of the box. And she is like a little bob with a bang, like a little like extended front with just like a graduated back, really cute. I am showing this cameo cut today. I'm showing it in the sugared silver. So this is a beautiful pearlescent gray. It's a lovely color. It's not like a whitish color. It might look that way there, but it has a little bit of a creamy beige running in it, like throughout the whole thing. So it's a really lovely, lovely style. This is the actual one that we shot on the model, believe it or not. So I wanted to show you the construction on this. With this, again, very nice construction, soft velvet front, which lays against the forehead. And then we go into a mono crown area to give it a little flexibility and a little free form into the crown area to give it a little more of a natural feel. Then we have the velvet ear tabs on this, along with the velvet nape, and then the adjusters at the nape as well. So, and I'm just gonna give her a good shake. That's all I do. Kyle, you've probably shaken yours to death, haven't you?
Oh, you know, this is a cut, guys, that, look at this. I've just taken this out of the box. You have to do hardly anything to this cut. It's a bob, but it's such a modern take on a classic bob. I love it, absolutely love it. I love these longer pieces, and I love this step into the nape of the neck. It's beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Andrea, Kyle, what color do you have? And Andrea, what color do you have on?
Andrea?
I have on the Rusty Auburn. It's GL2931.
Okay.
SS.
So that's a warmish kind of gingery red.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I've got the same. So I've got the Rusty Auburn, but mine is not SS. So Andrea, yours have got a shadow.
She's got the shadow.
Yes, in yours.
Yeah.
Great cut, Frank. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
really
you know,
good.
Andrea, show me like if you just kind of like with your fingers roughed it up a little bit, bring out some of that texture. I mean, there's a lot of texture in this that you can bring out. And I love this. This is what I love, this graduated stack in the back. Let me bring it a little closer so you guys can see. So you have this graduated stacking in the back with all this pieciness, and then this, it's so feathery light, the way it grazes the nape. I mean, look at that silhouette. I mean, that is like, I mean, there's not a lot of hairdressers that can do that, but our Gabor hairdressers can, right?
Yes.
So, and Andrea, that looks lovely on you in profile too. You get that like volume in through the crown, and then you get that sleek taper like right in through the nape. And then you got these longer pieces which graze the chin and the jawline. On my mannequin, it's always a little bit, it always, you know, comes a little bit longer because she's got a real tiny petite head. But Kyle, I think your mannequin is a little larger in form. So you could see a little bit better on, if you look at Andrea and you look at Kyle's mannequin, how that lays.
Yeah, my mannequin is great because she is more of a human head size. But can you see this? All I've done once again is I've used a little bit of the product. I like to break up the fiber only a little bit because I like to show this texture. But the cut is so on trend. These long piecey bits at the front makes it so contemporary. But what I like is too, you know, once again, this can be taken behind the ear, and you really get a really gorgeous sort of daytime sort of boy cut with it too. Yeah. And you could sort of take it from day to night by just letting those sides down. It's fabulous.
I'm so jealous of your mannequin because it has an ear, and mine has an ear, but it's like plastered down. Andrea, we're going to rely on your ears. Show us those ears, babe. There you go. See, so you can leave some in the front or you can pull it all behind. The nice thing about it is you don't have to worry about the ear tab too much with this, because once you tuck this, if you want to tuck it all behind your ear, you have this fringe, which really does a nice job of concealing that ear tab. So it gracefully will fall over that if you wanted to just kind of like cover a little bit.
Yeah,
so
I love it. I love it on Andrea. Andrea, I love that silhouette that you've done. I love it behind your ear. I love the sort of, you know, you got that nice neck shape with it. Looks really fabulous.
Yeah. Hey guys, Monica wants to know how long are the bangs? And so, Miss Monica, these are 4 from here, 4 1/4 inches. Okay. So they're just enough to like kind of be swept over slightly. Like you can see how Andrea's got it, like just grazing her eyebrows. But if she wanted to pull it down a little bit, she can even get a little bit more. And another tip, you guys, you know this, if you want to pull the bangs up without cutting it, you just wear the wig further back. If you want to like wear the bangs a little bit longer, just wear it a little, you know, more forward. The nice thing about this is you don't have to worry about a lace front because you got that velvet contoured band. And so it's easy to wear it wherever you want and not have to worry about your hair showing through the lace front or anything like that. Julie says, so non-heat friendly fibers are a bit shiny. How do you eliminate some of that shine? Well, I'm going to tell you, Julie, we're all going to tell you. There are a lot of ways to do it. I know the ways, but you know what? I want to give Andrea the platform and Kyle the platform. What do you guys like to use to minimize the shine?
Go on, Andrea. Let's hear you.
I usually recommend just a dry shampoo that's designed for synthetic fibers, and if it's still a little shiny, because some colors tend to hold a little bit more shine than others, maybe a wash and then a little bit of dry shampoo on top of that. Usually for me, that's taking care of it.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrea. You took the words out of my mouth. I've got the cheapest dry shampoo because I go through a lot of it, and just to give it, I use it on my own head because a lot. But
Right.
because what I find is, listen, don't worry about this shine, because in literally you wear the wig once or you style it once, and Andrea, you will agree, that shine will be gone in a day. Even once you start, if you get a bristle brush, I like a bristle brush, brush that through, use a bit of product. The shine is only there because it's brand new, you know, and trust me, the shine goes. I feel that, you know, it's just something that only lasts for a couple of days, if that. So I wouldn't worry too much about that fiber, you know, having that shine.
Right. And I think you guys are right on point. And, you know, the other thing about it is, you know, a lot of times these are sprayed with a little bit of a shine spray because they're going to be transported in boxes and in varying climates during the transportation process. So they put a little bit of an oil mist on it to keep the hair from clumping and to hold the set a little bit better. So sometimes, like you said, Andrea, a quick little shampoo will do it. If not, just go for the dry shampoo and then shampoo for the first time, you know, when you really need to.
You know, you've got to think, Wigs, you know, look at our company, you know, we celebrate for over 50 years, and, you know, Wigs have been around, and before the True to Life, you know, there was always just all different types of Vibrolite and stuff, and we have the best quality fibers, you know, in our company. But, you know, it's with most of my clients, I don't know about you, Andrea, but some of my ladies or guys prefer standard fiber, and some people prefer True to Life. You know, it's preference again.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think either one is, you know, more, I don't know, beneficial than the other. I just think it's a matter of personal preference, you know. I just think that this is just a sweet little look, and I think it will serve a lot of people well.
Yeah, look at this now. I like this one side behind and this sort of, all this fullness over one face, slightly asymmetrical. Don't that look lush?
Right. It looks very lush, Kyle.
If
very
I say
lush.
so myself.
If you do, I know. So Lee writes in and she gives us a tip. She likes to use translucent makeup setting powder to hide the shine too. Exactly.
Oh, wow.
The same thing. Which a powder or a talc is basically dry shampoo in a non-aerosol form. So you could use that, of course. Terry says, what are you spraying on the wig? Oh, Terry, I'm using a little bit of Firm Hold hairspray. I can't tell you which one it is, but it is a professional salon product. And I will tell you this, that it's just a Firm Hold hairspray. We also use, if you're going to be combing out and brushing out, I also use the HairUWear control spray. This has a nozzle on it, which you can control how much of the product comes out. This is more of a light to medium hold. So for your ladies like to rebrush and brush out and restyle, that one's better probably. Sandy asks, would texturizing cream work well with these styles? I personally, I don't mind a texturizing cream. I just sometimes think they're a little heavy, and I think they weigh down the fibers. Andrea, what have you found with that?
Well, I like to recommend the texturizing cream for people, but I always say just use just a little bit, because when I've tried them in the past, and it took a little time for me to learn as well, but when I've tried them in the past, I just coated it and I ended up having to wash it, and it wasn't really doing and showing that it was just too much. It was too much product. So if you are going to use a texturizing cream versus, you know, a spray, I would definitely just a little bit in your hands, warm it up, and a little goes a long way for sure. Yeah,
you know what? I always say be careful with things like that, because the least you wash your wigs, the better. I believe in that. And, you know, everything that's designed in our HairUWear line, you know, it's so lightweight, you know, and can practically brush out. So I'm not a big fan, whoever asked the lovely question, how are you? You know, nothing too gunky or heavy, because, like you say, if you overdo it, you have to wash it. And I'm not a big fan of washing your wigs.
Well, and you know what, to your point, Kyle, you're right. I mean, these products that we use, the HairUWear products that we use, are really truly formulated for synthetic fibers. It's not like we just get another formula and we just slap our name on it. It's formulated for that. So not only are they lightweight and buildable, depending on your preference, they are also designed to be easily washed out of the wig. So it's not going to have a lot of tack and a lot of hold and a lot of grip, and a lot of products that are going to be difficult for you to shampoo out. because we know when you want to shampoo, you want to get it out quickly.
Yeah.
So
the same with our shave
well.
spray, isn't it, Frank? You know, if you use a heavy hairspray, you know, dirt sticks to it quicker, and then that means you have to wash it more. So I advise, if you got a fabulous or the best wig, like our wigs, go for a fabulous product that's designed for it. It will last you longer.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's always good to do that. You know, like even when you're washing your clothes, you know, they got the new black, you know, detergent, so that if you're doing dark clothes, you preserve it. I mean, there really is some intent behind a lot of that. And I think the same thing with a lot of the professional hairstyling products and also the professional wig products. So, so very good. Suzanne wants to know, how is this fit for a small head? Well, this is an average size, Suzanne, but as we were talking about before, if you want, you can close this down a little bit with the tabs. There are ear tabs here. So what you would do is you would open it up and then you would close it down. So what that does, you see, is it reduces the wig. So you can try that. If that doesn't work, as I was saying before, a wig grip is also a great alternative. So try that out as well.
Yeah, I love the, Andrea, I love the back. It's great to see this on a real head.
Yeah.
I love when you turn, I love the way this is cut into the nape of the neck. I think it's a comfortable fit, isn't it, Andrea? Look good on the neck.
Yeah, again, it's a perfect summer style, just like the previous style that we viewed, because you've got that, your neck is not covered by any cap or synthetic hair. So as the warmer weather comes, you can still allow for a breeze to help yourself, you know, help keep you cool.
Yeah.
I
love it.
And
I really love
this. So Susan's like, are the adjusters Velcro? Yes, Susan, they are. But can I just tell you something? Velcro is a trademarked name. So I'm going to tell you that they are hook and loop adjusters.
Yes.
Okay. To be politically correct, which we all have to be now these days. I'm so over it. Which reminds me, it's time for a sip.
Yeah, and I was going to say too, the imagery of the new Gabor catalog is so beautiful, fabulous for any new wig businesses watching, and especially the image of this. It just looks so cool and trendy and so summery. I love it. It's in that white blonde, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
great.
I got mine too, Andrea. I got mine too.
I haven't got mine yet.
Kyle, you were too far. By the time you get it, it'll be over here.
Well, you've sent mine by pigeon post. Where is it?
We did. We wanted to see if you were paying attention and that you were keeping an eye out for it. All right, my darlings. So we have another style, a third style for you in this collection. So again, I am showing, before we get to the third, I am showing Cameo Cut in sugared silver. And Andrea, styling it so beautifully, what color are you showing yours in again?
This is Rusty Auburn.
Okay, and Kyle?
Yes, I think I am Rusty Auburn, but I think Andrea, yours is SS, yes, with a root.
Oh yeah,
that is correct. Yeah,
great. I thought so. Yeah, because mine, Andrea's is like mine, but I have no root. I've just got the plain. Okay. Well, I'm not saying plain. Still 7-11 shades.
So right, and you can see Andrea now. She's leaning in, and you can see the root color on this is different than a lot of other root colors. Gabor uses a colorization at the root called a shadow shade, or no, I'm sorry, a soft shade. And it's a soft shade because it's not a deep, dark, inky root. What we did is we did just like a softer blend. It's almost like the deepest tone of the wig at the base, and then it goes into the other tones. So if you're not into like a shadow shaded wig where it's got a real dark root, and you want something more subtle just for dimension and just for a little bit of like highlighting, low lighting effect, then you would love the soft shades in Gabor. So check those out.
They're beautiful. It's more like a smudged root, I would say.
Yes. Oh, Kyle, I love that. Love that. Like a smudged eyeliner, right?
A smudged root. Yes.
Yeah. Oh boy, he's been doing his research on the wording.
It just came to me.
I know the white wine brings out all this incredible verbiage from you, Kyle. I noticed that. Same for me for the martini. We just get very eloquent, don't we? Oh. All right, guys. So our third style in the collection is called Flatter Me. And gosh, can we all use a little flattery? I think so. So Flatter Me is a beautiful mid-length with just enough soft layers to make it interesting and to make it vibrant. We don't have anything like this in the Gabor collection, so I'm very excited about this. So I'm going to start again, as I said, give it a good shake. I'm going to get my Restore spray and I'm going to open it up. You know, I always say, think of these wigs as a fine wine. You got to open that sucker up and you got to let it breathe a little bit. And that's how you have to do these. I mean, we really have to, like, I guess, communicate that to anyone who's a new wig wearer or anyone who is in a retail store and is dealing with a customer who's looking at a wig for the first time. So very important that they realize that while, you know, you can take them out of the box and wear them. I mean, we all understand that, but that's the same thing with a shirt. You still might want to iron it. You know what I mean? So, so wake her up a little bit. Shake. I like to use a wide tooth comb. I mean, you could use your hands, that's great, and just rake through it. And before I place her on my lovely mannequin, I am going to show you the construction. So a very nice advanced construction on this one, because we feel that it is a style that is going to suit a lot of people. And so we added a little extra bells and whistles. So this one has a ear to ear lace. It goes like, well, almost temple to temple, I should say, past the temple. And then it goes into the velvet ear tab. But then you're also going to notice a fully hand-tied top. So it's hand knotted throughout the whole top. And then you have, of course, the velvet nape, and then you have the stretch cap. So, oh, thank you so much, Andrea, for coming up close and showing us the lace front. You could see that on Andrea's forehead, just how finely knotted it is along the lace. And then it graduates into some more deeper knotting in through the top part. So what this does, for anyone who's out there and is not familiar with like what a hand-tied top does, is it gives you parting flexibility. And this is really nice if you like to change your part, or if you like to zhuzh it a little bit to make it more your own. That's a great way to do it. So this does have a lot of options for the wearer. So I like to always do these upside down. I don't know about you, Kyle, but I'm kind of an upside down. I like to give it a good shake upside down. And then I like to reduce the volume once I get it on. Andrea, are you a volume girl, or are you more of like a more subdued girl? Like, what's your style?
I'm more subdued. I like it when it's a little bit slick, not a lot of volume. Of course, it's fun to play with the volume, but usually if I go out, I wear it a little bit more subdued.
Gotcha. You're clearly a lot younger because you're not a product of the 80s. So.
Yeah, I noticed how you didn't even ask me if I like it. You just said we're not even going to bother asking Kyle.
Well, look at your girl. She's taken off already. I didn't have to say anything. But look, I'm doing the same thing. I can't help it. I like a little volume. But the wonderful thing about these is you can style them however you want. So, I mean, you know, and we were talking about before, while they're not heat stylable, hey, you guys out there, if you are thinking to reduce, if you think there's a little too much volume or too much wave in any of these styles, with some steam and a comb and a brush, you know, you have to hold it like, I would say like 10 to 12 inches away from the actual wig, but with a comb, you can relax that curl. Now, you're gonna struggle to get it back once you relax it. So little steps, but I just, yeah, I'm a little bit of a volume person. I like big hair. I like big everything. That come out right?
Yeah, look, I'm the same. I give this a really big shake. Let the way that we've designed the wig fall naturally, you know, because this is what I say. What is the point? You might be wearing a wig because you've lost your hair, or you might be wearing a wig for bad hair days. You don't want to be fussing too much in the morning. You might go to the gym. You might have a powerful job. You might be a mum on the go. So, you know, we've done the hard work for you. So once you give this a good shake and just let the style fall naturally, it's just beautiful. I love it. It's a PC bob. It's beautiful. I love these. I love this longer front, but I love all this sort of choppiness around the ends. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, so I'm showing Flatter Me in Sun-Kissed Beige. This is a non-rooted color, and you can just see I did all the light colors today. I felt like spring, so I pulled out all the light colors. Andrea, you got like a golden blonde. Which one are you showing us in the golden blonde? What color is that?
This one is Sandy Blonde.
Sandy blonde. Okay, and that has like it has a little bit of goldenness to it. It's got a little bit of a sandy highlight in it as well. So yeah, I mean, again, you know, you guys, here's the thing. Like I said, I like my Restore spray. It's also good. Restore is also for restoring and bringing back. So with a little bit of mist, a little bit of Restore, I can take all of this down and we can really make this much more soft and much more demure just by brushing that down and taking some of that wave down. Again, we did this because, you know, here's the truth, right? A lot of women don't have time to curl their hair and wave their hair, even though they might want that look. And so it's easier to take the wave down than it is to put it back in. So we've given you plenty to work with. And what I like about this is this can be really sophisticated or it can be really like casual and downplayed, depending on how you like to wear it. But it's a nice mid-length. And, you know, one of the things that is really nice about the Flex Light Fiber is you don't really have to worry about a lot, or at least not so soon, matting in the nape. So even though this comes just a little bit above the nape, this is a really nice option.
Yeah,
Kyle, what you got going on?
Yeah, it's great. I just now, look, now she's starting to just fall into the natural design, and I love that.
Yeah.
I've got the Champagne Blonde, which is the 23. The 23 is a very, very white blonde, and mixed with a 101, which is practically a white. But I've got the SS. So this is really where you get to see that smudged root. Look at that.
Right,
Isn't that beautiful? Really beautiful.
Right. Now, Kyle,
Yeah,
I know it's late there, but was your model like was your mannequin having a little drink with you? Because she got an eye there that I don't know what's going on. Is she losing a lash or what?
Oh.
She's been out too late with you. I don't know what's going on.
Listen, this girl has been all around the world with me. We take it to Europe when we do our style meetings. I've taken it to America, you name it. So leave her alone.
Well, I see you fixed her. I know, it's like that becomes her. How many times have you painted her over? Jeez.
Listen, I won't have a word said because this has made me some money, this girl. No, look at this. I love the way.
I'm just jealous because she has an ear. That's all.
Absolutely. But what I like about this is, guys, once again, you know, I'm a big fan because you got that lovely piece of material in the temple that makes you bend it into the ear. You know, you can really take this hair from day to night in seconds.
Oh, yeah.
This long piece at the front is fantastic here.
Yeah, it's really flexible. And, you know, we can always trim that down. If you want to trim that down a little bit, you can. I mean, that's very easy to do. Again, I don't talk about anything about trimming down. I'm always like amping it up. So, you know, Andrea, do you have like a little, like, could you like kind of just like run your hands down the center of it and just kind of show us like, if you can get like a little like separation through the top a little bit. I wonder if that will. And, you know, Andrew's not using any product, which is actually quite amazing. And especially to Kyle and I think we're almost baffled by it. So
it's great, though.
I'm baffled she's not using product. This is craziness. So you guys, I wanted to say that Marlene asks, is there permatease around the crown on this one? And I'm going to tell you that, Marlene, no, it's a hand-tied top, right? So you don't have any permatease there. When you get to the back, I will say that there really isn't. There really isn't a lot of permatease. It's a little crimp, very, very, very slight, because there's not a lot of density in this wig. While it looks like there's a lot, it's not a very heavy wig. Wouldn't you agree, Kyle?
No, for the amount of hair. I mean, look, with this amazing hand-tied top, this is why, like, I'm changing it around now. Can you see this?
Yeah.
I've taken it away from the face, which I think the layering will help you do that. And there's, with the amount of hair, but because of the lightness of the fiber, it's very manageable. It's not thick or it's not heavy at all, is it, Andrea? It's quite lightweight. Yeah, look at that.
Andrea, you're able to work with it a little bit, and right?
Yeah, I love this because I can take her and just use my fingers, and because I have hair loss, I have difficulty with any type of hair in my face because I've always mostly grown up without hair. And so, so having it fall into my face, although it looks really pretty, I tend to wear mine back up off the face. So in this situation, I would probably do like a little clip, you know, so it comes down on the sides.
Yeah, yeah.
But it makes the style look different, but you don't even need a clip. You can just allow the style to just roll back up off your face.
Yeah, and like Kyle's got his clipped up and he's put the fringe down, which I think looks lovely, you know.
Yeah, there's just enough
option.
there's just enough hair in this for, I love my necessity wearers, because once you get your wig, it's your hair. So whatever you would do with your own hair, you want to do with your wig, obviously to do with the length. But this has just got enough hair. If you wanted to snatch this up in the daytime, or if you go to the gym or you run or whatever you're doing, but it's got enough hair to tie up. I love this. And because of the lace front, you can get that look as well. It's beautiful. But look, let her down, such a great look.
Right, right. Susan asks, did I get the volume with just the spray? And yes, Susan, that's all I did. I did have a little restore spray in here, but like I said, one of my tricks for getting volume out of anything is I always just take the wig, give you a little tip, and I upside down, I comb it all out and I hold it upside down. And then I use a firm hold hairspray, give it just a light mist. And then you've built all that volume. Let it settle a little bit and you'll just see, you just get all of that fullness in there. And then with just your hands, you can just work it through. So, you know, it's all about you. It should always be about you and how you like to wear something and what makes you feel good. And just because, you know, I show it one way, Kyle shows it one way, doesn't mean you have to wear this wig that way. We want you to you know, use product and you know, work with a professional who can show you how to style it so that you feel comfortable in it. It is so important that anything you do with regards to a wig, a top of head piece, extensions, that it feels a part of you and that you feel confident. So by all means.
And Frank, you jinxed me. Look, my eyelash is stuck to my hair. I've had this girl for nearly 10 years, and you mentioned...
Well, it's time for you to super glue that sucker. I've been looking at that the whole time. I'm like, that thing's hanging on by a thread.
See,
oh my God.
You have to excuse me, Andrea, because without my glasses, I'm not very good. You know? But look, you know, to answer the lovely lady's question, this is like a bow bristle brush, okay?
Yeah.
And this is a brand new wig. And I normally find by brushing it through with a bristle brush, it takes that shine right out.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what, Kyle? Great point. The bristle brush I use all the time. Wide tooth comb I use all the time, and a pick to give you a little lift when you can't get in there. Do not, people, those of you who are joining us for the first time, do not use like a ceramic barreled boar bristle brush.
No.
You are going to get it tangled up in these. It's not meant for this.
Yeah. I love the hairdo. The little hairdo brush is fab.
Yeah. So Kim says, how do you get over the fear of styling? Kim, just do what Kyle and I. Just keep playing with them. Just, you know, over and over again. And, you know, don't start out with the heavy hold product at first, I would say.
No.
Kathy wants to know, is this big head friendly? Now, Kathy, come on now, girl. Who's got a big head? I don't know. I haven't tried it. I have tried it on myself, but I'm not gonna do that in public. But anyway, you can open up these hook and loop adjusters and then it will stretch to accommodate. Let me show you that. So it will open up more. So
yeah, I would say this is a good, this would, you know, unless you have, you know, an extra large head size and you have to have extra large wigs. But I would say this would be a good size. You know, it's got a good stretch to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I love how flat too you can get this. I'm just copying Andrea there because without making it really big, you know, this is trying to make it a bit more sort of natural because of the lace front.
Yeah.
You know, it's such if you're thinking about getting a wig today, this is a great bob. If you have a wig salon, you can turn this to whatever your client desires, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Andrea, one of our good friends, Teresa, wants to know if you can show this wig with the side part. Can you manipulate yours to go in with the side part? I mean, a right part rather than a left part. Yeah, I'm gonna do that on here too. So I'm just going to part it along the hand-tied top. And Again, you guys, as I told you, I love my Restore spray. You can use your curl spray too. Curl spray has a little more hold than Restore, but until you get it where you want it. And so I'm just going to lift her and part her over on the other side. Kyle, you always do that. I don't know if it's because you're from the UK and you drive on the opposite side of the road than the US, but every wig I ship you from the US, you part on the opposite side.
Well, yeah, do you know, we had this conversation because, I mean, is it a hairdressing rule that you would do it a certain way? Because I'm not from a hairdressing background, Andrea, just to let you know. Are you, Andrea, a hairdressing background?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. Frank is the best hairdresser in America. He's amazing. But I'm great with hair, but that's why I loved wigs. But I naturally just styled it that way. I don't know why, Frank.
I know. No, you know what? Truthfully, we find that, or I have found in my experience, that most women part on the left side than they do the right side. So that's why when you buy a wig, it tends to be a little bit more partial to that side, okay? That's why if you are particular about your part, then a mono part area or a hand-tied top, those are all great options for you. Like this you could see, easily moved over, okay? Not a big deal. If you wanted to make it more permanent, you could steam it. But again, yes, make it your own, but you have to do it with the wig that allows you to make it your own as well.
I think with the hand-tied top on the mono front, you could do this anyway. You know, I'm liking this this sort of flicking out the other way too. You know, that flick. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know, I think, you know, the times you're going to have a little bit more difficult time, you can still do it. You know, you can still coerce, especially with heat-friendly fibers. If you've ever seen like a mono part where the part is over here and the rest is wefted, if you try to go against that, you might run into a little problem. You're going to have to redirect the knots. You're going to have to do a little blow drying. That's when it's important to go see a professional. Definitely someone at a wig shop is good, unless you can send it out to someone and they can do it for you. But it's not that difficult. It just takes a little skill. And for anyone who's watching, if you're looking into wigs for the first time, you will be surprised how this all starts to come about and how you start to learn as you go. You know, I mean, I remember the first time I got contact lenses, I was like 20 minutes, like, you know, in the mirror trying to get them and did not feel like I had rocks in my eyes. And, you know, after a while, it's like, you know, now you're just like, oh, it falls out. You just lick it and stick it back in, you know?
I think it's back to what that lovely lady was asking about styling. You know, you've got to remember, this is the joy about wearing wigs.
Yes.
We've done it so you can just style them yourself, you know, because the way that we've designed them, they're foolproof, really. You can't really get them wrong, you know? So it's just have a go, shake and play. They're fantastic.
Yeah. I actually like that parted on the right side for you, Andrea. Very cute.
Yeah, I was able to do it with just my fingers. So there's a lot of versatility. And I've noticed when I've been playing around with it, just so I've had it on, there's a couple different looks that I've been able to get just by putting it behind my ears and pulling the hair forward, leaving it parted in the center or moving it over to one side. It's got it has a lot of looks. And if you consider adding a headband or, you know, clipping it up or back away from your face, there's a lot of different styles you could get from this one style.
Yeah. So Andrew, I just want to ask you, like going back to Kathy's question, because she had said, you know, would this wig fit like a large head? What size are you? Are these fitting you okay? You are pretty much a typical average, or where do you fall in the spectrum?
My circumference is right at 22 inches. In this particular one, now I have a little bit of ponytail back here, which might throw off the fit just a little bit, but I would say based on this cap and the way that it feels for me, it would fit probably up to a 23-inch circumference, maybe slightly larger, but it's just going to depend too on the sizes, you know, over from ear to ear and front to nape. If they've got, you know, if those sizes fall into a little bit larger category too, then it may not fit as well. But if it's just the circumference, then I would think that somebody with at least a 23-inch could definitely make this work.
Yeah. And you know what, Andrea, Jane asked, can you get it into a pony? If you were to pull it back, I know you have a pony under yours, but if you could, would you be able to get this into a pony? I think you might be able to get into a little tiny pony.
Yeah, I'd say you could.
Yeah. Look, it'd be a cute one. Cute little pony.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys,
My favorite is, guys, you know, I'm a big fan of these little claw clips because, like I say, you can clip this up and then you got, it's really cute.
Yeah. Lots of options. I think this is
super cute.
Yeah, I think that looks adorable. And this is just a nice, cute little mid-length. I think you know, you can get a lot out of this style. You can get a lot out of it, depending what it is that you want to go for and what look you're trying to achieve. So, I mean, you guys, these are our 3 wigs that we got for Gabor Spring 2021. Again, it was the serving style, which was our little shorty with a little bit of waved texture in it. Then, of course, we had the cameo cut, which is our bob with a little bit of a fringe, graduated bob, beautifully stacked. And then, of course, again, the flatter me. So 3 new styles. Again, if you want to check them out, if you want lengths, if you want to find out, you know, what the nape length is or how it's constructed, again, our catalog, or of course, the old Flip Snack, which I just love. Go on that Flip Snack /HairUWear. So I'm going to be saying that the whole time now because I'm like, wow, you know, I feel like I'm really like happening in hip. So you guys, I think this concludes our time. Do you believe it? Because the hour went by so fast and we are already at the close. So Andrea, what can I say? Thank you so much. It was such an honor to have you here with us. We love your reviews. We love listening to what people have to say about our products through you. That is so important for us. And just want to say, continue with the progress and the growth and everything that you are doing, because it's just a wonderful, wonderful service that you provide, that all of our people provide. But we get the chance to thank you personally today. So I'm very excited that you are.
Absolutely. I just want to say, Andrea, because with this dreadful situation we've been in with these lockdowns, I've really connected with so many amazing wig businesses, connected with a lot of women with hair problems or no hair. And I've got a whole new group of friends, you being one. And of course, I know you're very good friends with Eileen, Crazy Wig Lady.
Oh, yeah.
I spoke to her today. Well, I'm trying to speak to you, but I ended up speaking to her. So, which was a treat. So we love her too. She's fantastic.
She is.
Great to see you.
It's a pleasure and an honor to be a part of this. So I really appreciate the invitation. It's been a lot of fun.
Great.
Of course. It was our pleasure. So you guys, let's get our drinks because we're going to toast the winner. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So the winner of today's giveaway, which is a Gabor Spring wig of your choice, any color, any style, is Lindsay Francis Gronich. Lindsay, thank you for joining us. Cheers to you, my dear. We wish you all the best. We hope you enjoy your new wig. Cheers.
Yes. Cheers. Congratulations, Lindsay. You're going to be a gorgeous spring, summer hair. Congratulations, my love.
Yes, yes. And to everybody who tuned in today, we hope this was informative. We hope you enjoyed it. And we look forward to seeing you very shortly with our next HairUWear Cares Facebook Live.
Yes. Bye, everyone. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care.
Lots of love.